So a while back, I talked about morally gray characters and how they're difficult to write because you're sort of at the mercy of your audience's view on morality. You can try and write a character to be morally gray, but your audience might think that they're actually just not very nice, but still a good person, or just absolutely evil and question why you think they're not. Probably because you've written them to be hot. That seems to be one of the normal trends. But there's a different way to go about it because you aren't necessarily bound to the morality of your reader. You can set up the morality of the setting. If it's a modern day story set in the real world, you're a little bit limited on that front. But if it's any kind of speculative fiction, you have a lot more freedom to set up the scale of what counts as moral and immoral, and then find a middle ground to play with for your character. I think one of the great examples of that recently is the new Superman movie. Superman is presented as good, Lex Luthor is presented as evil, and then you kind of have every other character who are actually kind of in that moral gray zone. Superman's being held accountable for the way he tried to stop a war. The rest of the Justice Gang have no qualms killing giant monsters, even when Superman's attempting to minimize how hard he has to hit them. You have that character who's out there trying to be the pure paragon of virtue in Superman. You have Lex Luthor, who is just evil. And then you have the Justice Gang, who are doing the right thing, but not necessarily doing it for the right reasons or even the right way. And that's one thing that you can do to play around with a morally gray character. They are doing what they think is right, but that the setting kind of acknowledges isn't right. Another thing that you can always do is just not fall for the trap of making them hot and then excusing all of their horrible behaviors. Make an ugly morally gray character just for funsies.